He's got my heart beating louder than a gunshot. Smokes out the barrel and the handpiece is burning hot. He's got me, he's guilty of loving me in the first degree. Such a criminal after my own heart. He's in my mind like a thief sneaking through the dark. He's got me.
Hello and welcome to the LDM Show. I'm Charles Aloma.
I'm Conrad Delgado here.
That's right. Sometimes when we saw, we be laughing because we be talking about stuff behind the scenes before we even
Some
record.
out-of-pocket stuff.
But
Back in the pocket.
I know, right? But we now in November. This is crazy, right?
Yeah. How
Yeah.
time flies.
We were just doing Spooktober and all this good stuff. Now
Talking
we're
about serial killers.
and and you know what? We were talking about that, and I went back and watched some of those movies.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I went back and watched some of them.
Putting
I watched
yourself
the
Candyman?
Trinity of Terror with the
Trinity
little
of-
African doll that I was
Oh,
talking about.
yeah. That one's
I watched that. I watched Drive,
Oh, Drive.
Candyman. I went back
Candyman.
to. There's a couple of them that I watched. But if you haven't watched that episode, go back. We
You
talk
gotta
about
watch
a lot
it,
of
man.
movies.
You gotta
and
watch it.
serial killers and stuff like that. But also, real quick, I wanted to say the LDM Network is almost closing to their season.
Oh, yeah.
So, but the good thing about it, you guys can get caught up with all the shows that we have on the LDM Network and also on the LDM Radio podcast.
And on Roku TV.
Yep.
There you go.
The podcast is,
Yeah.
and it's a podcast, so
Oh,
put
yeah,
your headphones
podcast,
on and
yeah.
listen.
On the
Oh.
waiting for the bus, waiting
Yeah.
on the train. It's a New York thing.
They got music podcasts. They have technology with Geekum World.
Yeah.
But then they also got one that you can listen to with your kids. It's XY 101.
XY 101.
Yeah. Speak Out. I don't recommend with the kids. 18 and above.
18 and above.
Yeah. Real talk, real music. That's anybody. And then there's others there. Just go to the LDM Radio podcast and you can listen to them.
You got
Or
a
you
lot
go
of
to
variety.
Yeah. or go to the LDM Network and watch all the shows and the skits and stuff.
Get caught up.
Yeah. But it is 3 more weeks to Thanksgiving. But here's a useless thing that you're going to put in your brain.
Slack.
Yeah, but this year it falls on November 28th, and this only happens 5 to 6 years, every 5 to 6 years, because of the leap year. So this is the last time it's going to happen to another 5 or 6 years. It's some useless, information.
Yeah. It's like the lunar eclipse, but
Yeah.
you at least get to see the lunar eclipse. I don't know.
Yeah,
You get to see
I was just typing in when it's Thanksgiving because I was a little confused, and then this little information came out. So I figured, you know what?
Oh, it's like when February has like an extra day.
Right.
Yeah.
So this one fell on the because normally it's like 24, something like that. So it falls on the 28th this year.
Oh yeah.
And it only happens every 5 to 6 years. So
wow.
which is kind of cool. And then here's another useless thing. But Charlie Brown Thanksgiving is 51 years old in this Thanksgiving.
Wow.
51 years and it's still going. You watched it? You ever watched it, the Charlie Brown? Or no me diga que no. Don't even tell me no.
I never watched the
You
Charlie.
never watched Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
No, I watched a funny parody of the pumpkin thing, the Pumpkin King. So on Robot Chicken, that was basically as close as I got to it.
My God. Yeah, you don't even got to comment below. That's his homework.
His homework, in the wise words of Charles Aloma, I'm not.
Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving. It's 51 years, and they play it every Thanksgiving. Which is the other one? The pumpkin patch, something like that.
The
Great Pumpkin
Patch.
and Charlie Brown's thing. It's like every Thanksgiving, and then you get to the Christmas with the Frosty the Snowmans and all this stuff when it comes
Jack
to
Frost.
Yeah, I love that movie. Well, which one? The horror Jack Frost or the or the regular Jack Frost with what was this guy Michael Keaton? Remember that he died? That was a sad one too. That was a good movie. He comes back as the snowman to help his son, with his life because his son just let everything go.
I think about the Brisk commercial that has to do with the snowman. Did you ever see that? Like it was like a
Brisk,
baby,
yeah,
where
okay.
the snowman would drink the Brisk. And
I know we jumped from Thanksgiving. We like everybody else. Forgot about Thanksgiving. Went straight to Christmas.
Christmas, yeah.
But since we're talking about commercials and Christmas, polar bears.
Oh, the Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that always gets to me. I like those.
I know you're not a drinker, but there's always this one with Corona where it has like a palm tree with Christmas lights.
Nah.
That one was
I'm not a drinker, but I gotta say the Budweisers,
the Budweiser,
the horses when they come like. Remember that? They used to run with the wagons, and I'd be like, nah, I want to ride one.
You got to move down to Texas for that.
I'm telling you, but that was a little
Fun
thing
fact.
I wanted. Yeah, a little fun fact I wanted to throw in there. It's 51 years ago.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah, since really, I don't really got nothing with word on the street today, so it's the same thing. I don't want to bring the same thing up. Crime here. People
there.
here, presidents trying to do what they have to do now that they got picked. You know what I mean? So all this stuff is just regular stuff that's going on.
Stuff.
But I want to go with the theme of the 50 years. I want to talk about some movies that are 50 years to this November.
Wow.
One of them is The Man with the Golden Gun.
Oh,
007.
That was Jaws.
Yo, 50 years. I didn't know that.
That's crazy.
50 years in 1972.
They say like it's an
74. Sorry.
They say like it's like an honor to play Bond.
Yeah. Who? Okay. Out of all the Bonds, who you think was the best one?
Pierce Brosnan.
Okay.
Everybody's
gonna go with that.
The thing that he did with that tank and with Russia with Love was pretty dope. Where he just driving the tank and just like basically Tokyo drifting it.
Okay.
That was really cool. And then plus the 007 N64 game that revolutionized FPS shooting.
Yeah, and I think 007 made a lot of opens a lot of doors for like Impossible Mission.
Oh, Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible
with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, and made other games more popular because it had that concept of spy and all this other stuff. It's like I'm gonna go way back, but Get Smart. I don't know if anybody ever seen that one. He was a spy with the little phone booth. He'll go into the phone booth, come down. It was something like that, like a Mission Impossible type of thing.
Austin Powers.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I think we're gonna have Will's review talk about these 50 movies, the old movies and stuff like that.
And man, cinematographer.
And also the difference between the action transitions of the cameras to now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a little more in your face type of thing back in the days. Now it's just flip, 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 and you don't even get to see the fights, really. You know what I mean? So it was different, but that was one of them that hit 50. Now, here's one that probably a lot of people never seen, which is one of those movies that reflect the future. 9/11, the towers burned, right? Well, back in 1974, there was a movie that the towers blew up and they didn't know what to do and they were coming down. It was called The Towers Inferno.
I got to check that one out now.
People jumping out the window. There was a guy that had to go from one floor to the other floor. But no plane hit it. But it was the whole concept of this tower is about to fall down because of the flames and all this. And they had to go through all this to get out. So
that sounds like an action thriller, right?
Yeah, I even said I'm going to watch it again.
Yeah,
because I watched that one. What was that? They remade it again, where the cruise ship turned around in the water and they had to go from one side of the boat to the other. Pacific, something like that. But they remade it, the movie. But the Towering Inferno. Check that out. It's an old movie, 1974. These are all 1974 movies. So. The other one is Black Christmas. They remade it, later on. But Black Christmas is, of course, a Christmas movie, but a horror. You know what I mean? It's a horror made. I even forgot who redid it. Yeah, it was in the 20s. Yeah, it was okay, the remake, but I liked it because it wasn't so much of a remake. You know what I mean? It was just the name.
Are you a fan of remakes, Charles?
If it's good.
If it's
good. I like it when they make it like that one that I'm saying, that Pacific something, where the boat turns over. It was a cruise ship. They made it similar to the original, but they kept it more updated. You know what I mean? Like there was more other people in there. The way they were speaking was more updated. But when they do a remake and change the whole thing and mess it up, that's why I don't hardly watch remakes.
Like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, like we'd be like, seriously, like let it go, leave it
Let it
alone.
go.
It's good. Like, can you ever see them remaking E.T.? It's gonna take away from the original.
Oh yeah, and especially because they're gonna try to put CGI in it.
Yeah, it's gonna tear it up. So that's what I'm saying. There are some that you just got to say, leave it alone.
Yeah.
Let it go. If you want to remake it, do like the olden days. They remade it with color. You know what I mean? All they did was add color. You know, if you want to do it like that, then you want to make it a 4K, then fix it up and make it 4K. But leave stuff alone. Some of them need to be remade.
Are you like? Would you say some movies that are like kind of obscure be remade, or just movies that are already big shouldn't be remade?
Well, if they're already big, and like Charlie Brown, that's been every single year.
Yeah,
things like that you shouldn't touch.
Yeah,
that's
where you shouldn't touch.
But there's ones that like the plot was good, but the movie wasn't really that great. Yeah, remake that one better because the plot was good, but you know, the whole concept of the story, you know, like I know a lot of people love the Chainsaw Massacre, the first one. I think it needed to be a little bit better. You know what I mean?
So you're a fan
but then
of
they
the second
tried.
one?
No, that's what I said. They tried to do it again, and then they messed it up.
And then they did a third one.
And they messed it up.
That was pretty
Yeah, but it was a prequel. It was not a remake, though. So that's why it was good. But they tried to remake it, and then they tried to make the family like they were in caves, and now you just overdid it. Now you just overdid it.
Where they eat people. Well,
Yeah.
Well, that was the first one, right?
Well, the original ones were they do eat people, and they were
using their flesh as
hillbillies that were living in the wood type of thing, and but yeah, some movies I would say remake it, some don't. Young Frankenstein. Now a lot of people won't know the movie, but I bet you know this line. He's alive! He's alive!
Hey, where was this in Spooktober?
That, you know what I'm saying? But it was not a spooky movie. It was more like a drama, right? Like I can't really, like a dramedy. It wasn't really. It's so confusing because it was some comedy in there, some drama, but there was really no horror. Really,
wasn't the actor from what's it called? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the guy that played him.
Yeah.
He was really good. He was very revolutionary too as an actor.
Yeah, that's another 50-year-old movie this year, and that's the iconic line. He's alive. Like even SpongeBob and all of them. When they make something, they like he's alive. So that phrase, they got it copyright. You know, they're making a lot of money.
Yeah.
But that's another one. And then, of course, we just talked about it. The Chainsaw Massacre hit 50 years this year. 50 years ago, they made the first one. So, again, touch it? Maybe not. You already messed it up, so leave it alone. I don't know. Make it a little better, you know?
But wait, how would you say it's better if you weren't a fan of the first one?
No, that's what I'm saying. You can't really make it better because you tried with the remake. You see? I think it's because the remake they steered away from the real story a little bit and they made it more of a horror type of thing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That's probably why. Like I was waiting for the more of the story, you know, and because especially when you say based on a true story, I want more of the true story. You know, not just a horror. For that, I watch Halloween. You know what I mean?
Were you a fan of Rob Zombie's remake of Halloween?
Not too much.
Mikey, no.
Mikey.
Mikey, no. Come on, Mikey. Danny Trejo always dying. That Mexican dying all the time.
And here's one that everybody, if you did not see it because you're probably younger than 18, 19 maybe, The Godfather 2.
Godfather 2 is
50 years old.
Wow. That was a really good movie.
Yeah, Godfather 1 is 53 years. Because 3 years later, 52, right? It was 2 years later they made part 2. I asked a lot of people, which is your favorite part, 1, 2, or 3? Everyone was like, I don't know. To me, it's just one big nice story. You know what I mean?
I feel like the third one.
To me,
the third one's when I get kind of.
No.
The third one. Yeah, I didn't like the third one. It's 1 or 2.
Me is 2.
Oh, 2. Robert De Niro playing young.
Because 1 was the base of the story. But 2 was the transitions between old to the middle to the young. It was like all right there. Who was going to take the power? You already knew Al Pacino was coming for it. You know what I mean? So how was it going to happen? That's why I like two.
I think one is more memorable because of Marlon Brando with all the quotes like, "Look how they massacred my
I think
boy."
one is more memorable for the lines.
I'm gonna make Charles an offer.
For he can't refuse.
Like,
and the horse. And the horse. You know what I'm saying? It had memorable parts, but storyline wise, I gotta say two, because it was the center. I guess because it was the center, does too. You know what I mean? It had everything going, and you knew Al Pacino, like I said, was going to take over, but how was he going to take over? Or was he ever going to take over? Like when I first watched it, I was like, maybe they just plotting like he was, and then they're going to kill him. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know. But
what would you have done what Al Pacino did to his brother?
That's a good question. That's a good question. And the answer would be, heck yes. I'm a mafia guy, you know what I'm saying? Business first.
Man.
Especially in Italian, the family is everything. So if you screwed up with the family, then you're not a family no more. You know what I mean?
But isn't that kind of like an oxymoron in a weird way, because family is more important than business?
That's true. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
At the end of the day, that was his brother. He didn't just kill anybody. He killed his brother.
Yeah, but
that's like
you think about it. His brother was a screw up. If he would have kept him alive, wouldn't you think that he would have screwed up the whole business?
I just would have put him on an island somewhere else.
But then he would have screwed up somewhere, and that would have came back.
I would have been like, look, you know what? This is it. Like, so, I'm not like, you're not getting involved in the family business.
Just do like the olden days. Put him in the dungeon.
Like, hey, we're gonna put you in the tower like Rapunzel. That's where you're going.
But you know, and the reason why I say he wasn't like a total screw up, but he was a screw up basically because he was always trying to prove himself, and by proving himself, he screwed up a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like, I want to do this because I want to show I'm part of the family, or I can do what. And then, you know, if he starts taking more drugs, it's going to screw it up even more. Yeah, he had basically no choice. Save the rest of the family or kill one. And by killing that one, you did save the whole family.
But and at the end of the day, his family broke up because of that.
Yeah.
That's why his wife split. So that's what I mean. It's like,
yeah, it's hard.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like,
yeah, but that was some of our 50-year movie marathon that I had here. I know they had a couple of them, but I never heard of them, so I didn't even bring them up. I was like, you know, you're going way back.
Yeah,
some things that I never heard. But if you know some more, let us know. We'd love to see them. But I definitely know I'm checking out Towers of Inferno and The Godfather again. Again.
Wasn't that like one of the longest movies at the time?
Yeah.
It was like 3 hours. And that was unheard of back in the day.
But you know what's not going to be long is this commercial break. When we come right back, we're gonna talk about our topics. So we'll be right back.
Come, let's play. LDM Radio. Come, let's play. Fun is what we crave.
Let's go. You're listening to New York City's LDM Radio. Another long stretch of continuous music. Back into time. Flashback.
Make my move, gonna live my dream, gonna live my
New York City's LDM Radio.
The best radio station in the world is right here, right now.
All right. Well, welcome back to the LDM Show. Hope you had your popcorn ready and all that stuff, you know, for the movies. But, you know, we're talking about Thanksgiving and all that coming up. But, you know, after Thanksgiving, it's Christmas and then New Year's. So it's like good 2 months to go. And if you are single, is that a problem?
Honestly, no, because then I don't have to buy people gifts.
Yeah, that's true. That's
you
true.
You get to save time, you know.
That's true.
You don't have to think about the significant other. You don't have to debate on whether you want to go to her parents' house or your parents' house for the holidays. You know, it's it's nice having the liberty to go wherever you want.
Yeah, I had the liberty to go where I want because it was called dating.
Dating.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like people, when you say you are single, to me, I'm thinking you're not married. You know, but you know, like you're like a regular person. When you hear single, you think not even dating or something. You know. So when you're dating, you can be like, well, nah, I'm not going to go to your house and you're not coming to my house this Thanksgiving. Go to, you know, because I think if you're dating someone and you go to a holiday to that person's house, that's a big step.
Oh, yeah.
That means you're exclusive to that one person. Yeah. So, but the reason why I bring it up because I heard on the radio about, you know, the most place that people find dates. And do you know where that is?
Where is that at?
Still unbelievable. Online.
Online?
Online. I thought, and they said it was dying, but it came back up due to the fact that people are always on their phones now.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
So they don't really know how to speak to the people when they go to the bars, or they don't even know where to go. That they made groups, social media groups, where you can go and meet. It's like a mingle.com type of thing, but it's a social media where, hey, all these single people are going to go to Central Park or hang out here, you know, or even married people went over there just to make friends because they don't, you know, like a lot of married people, they don't have time to have friends. So they go to these places where they all married or they all single and they're just bugging out and making friends where they can go out. But things change, and I was reading about what they want in a person. Wow. And I started laughing when I read some of them. So the online dating, of course, went up. And they looking for, the top thing is a person that's towards their level in finance or a little bit lower, but definitely higher if they hire. But they don't want extreme lower. So let's say if they're making $10,000 a year. I'm throwing a number out there. I know not that many people make that. That's very low. But, you know, if they're making $10,000, what they're saying is they want someone at least from $8,000 up. You know what I mean? Close to their level. Because a lot of the people that are dating now are the new generations, and they felt the impact when, you know, the virus thing went on. You know? There was hardly no money coming in, so they don't want that impact no more. So I think that's why that's where it comes from. That's where it comes from. But it's a smart thing to do. You don't want to be a billionaire and you're marrying someone that has only $2,000 a month. You know what I mean? It's not going to weigh. But then if you're a billionaire, you don't really care how much money this other person.
Well, and then if you're a billionaire, you're basically dating a bunch of other people.
Yeah, so that was a wrong scenario thing.
You sounded like one of those movies.
Yeah.
Those rom-com movies.
No, but
Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, right.
That one where this man is like, this man's very very wealthy, and his basically the guy's mom doesn't want him to marry her because she's of another class and stuff like that. And then basically the woman basically tells the guy like, I'm not gonna marry him because I don't want to take him away from the family. Right. So she puts her.
I always said know your level. Because I be seeing professionals coming out and like the construction workers, woo, y'all make mad money, but people don't see you as making money.
Oh, the construction workers?
Yeah, they don't see them as making money for some reason, but they make money, especially the crane operators and all that.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Crane operators make mad money.
They make 30 minimum. Ain't it 30 minimum? No, in the union after they get that, but in training, I asked the guy. He said it's 30 minimum for the training, and then when you go to the union and you pass your training and all that, you shoot up to 100 to 120. The guy next door that's doing the school next to my house makes $120 an hour, but he got that big crane that goes up to the towers, so that's dangerous.
Yeah, and then
they're the ones that getting blamed for the cranes thing falling because you went too high. He said you got to know he said it's hard because you're looking at a monitor when the crane is all the way up there. You're not really actually looking at the crane and saying, okay, a little to the left, and then you got to listen to the guy, little to the left. So if he's wrong and the monitor, he said there's a lot to go through. I was like, wow.
I can see why he's getting paid $100 an hour.
Yeah, he said there's no time for mistakes, and he said that's why when we're sitting there, no one can come up to us and talk to us.
Oh, they're locked in?
He said they have to be concentrating on what they're
doing.
Especially the higher. He said after 14 floors, they really cannot allow them to talk to them. Oof. Because that's when their vision, they can't see.
Blurry.
So you have to rely on the people that's there. So, but a lot of females look at them, man, because they dirty and all this. Trash people that drive the truck make money. And plus they get stuff for free. They get stuff for free, if you know what I mean. Rich people throw stuff out and they'll be like, yo, Pablo, come and get, I'm on 139. They just threw the leather so No, but they make money. You know what I mean? They what, 59 to 65 to start, right? Somewhere around there. And that's money. Yeah. But they don't see them like that. So when I say know your level, I'm talking about if you're hood and you're trying to go to a billionaire, they ain't gonna look at you. You know what I mean? If you're a homeless person trying to holler at her, they ain't gonna look at you. So that's why a lot of the people in the dating, they saying they want that similar level. Similar level. Y'all ghetto girls that make 10,000 wanna talk about you got to make 100,000 a year to be with me. You don't even make half of it. So you're definitely not their level. You got to be at least half. You know. But according to this, I say if they say a little lower, I'm thinking 80% of what they make at least. You can't be down to 20 and they making way more. So, but here's another one. They want someone with the same policies and the same religion. Because if you think about it, in a relationship, if you are not mature enough, those are the three things that destroy a relationship: money, religion, and politics.
So that explains why they have that dating site Christian Mingle.
Because they want someone similar. But even though you go to Christian Mingle, all the Christians are not similar. Because they read the same Bible, but think this different ways, different things, Like there's serial killers that be like, I need to end the world because God said. I heard a dog tell me kill everybody, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like, so even them, they are not the same, but they want similar religion. But I say, the reason why I said if they're not mature enough, because me and my wife, we have a different religion, with different culture. And we have different well, right now we have pretty much the same politics mind, but we always had the different politic mind. We don't agree with everything that we see on TV. I'll have a different story because I lived in the ghetto. She has the nice story of everybody, but maybe it's because the way he was brought up. I'd be like, listen, girl, you're too nice. This guy is a killer because this and this and that. Well, you see, you got the, but we've been together 10 years and we're going to be living long because we know how to say, okay, this is your belief and this is mine. We're not going to hold it against each other. So that's why I said if you're mature enough to understand that. But a lot of them are not, so they want the same policies. To me, I think that's kind of boring.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, why do you want...
Now that I think about it, it is kind of boring.
Why would you want somebody that agrees with you all the time?
Yeah, that's like me watching a whodunit movie with my wife, and I'd be like, yeah, he did it. Yeah, I think so, too. Yeah, because I seen the ceiling was a little low. Yeah, me too. That'd be kind of boring. Right? I want somebody to be like, no, he ain't the killer.
Well, what you been through?
Will was shaking his head. No, I'll take the boriness. I'll take the boriness.
I don't want someone always arguing. Like, it does get pretty annoying when you're always arguing with somebody.
Well, yeah, I like the debate, though. That's why.
Oh, man.
Especially when we're watching a movie. At the end, I told you he was a killer, blah, blah, blah. All right, you got this one. Or sometimes when I lose, I'll be like, I knew he was. I was just letting you win this time. I look for excuses not to lose. You know what I'm saying? But that's one of their things is the politics and religion, which is okay. Now, here goes one that made me laugh. They said they're looking for people with kids. Women are not looking for, women are looking for men with kids, okay. But men's are not. Because we don't want the drama. We don't want the drama from the other man. We know how it is. The other man coming in. Oh, so where my kid? Oh, why you got my kid for? Blah, blah, blah. And then also the woman you know what? It's just ghetto drama. All right, now that I just think about it, it's just ghetto drama.
I see why you stay in the hood. You could take the Charles out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the Charles.
No, because even I don't think that holds water. But when I was reading about it, I understood. A lot of the females want a guy with kids because it shows that they're willing to have family and have, matureness in some cases. Yeah. And, but a man, they said, mans don't want a lot of women with their kids because sometimes they treat them like a stepdad. And when they break up with the woman, they are not allowed to see the kids no more.
That was a man that stepped up.
Right. But you're not allowed to see the kid after that. Yeah. So
where's Channing Tatum when
right.
you need him?
Step up.
And then they had Step Up World Tour.
That was all the baby daddies came out. All the baby daddies there came.
They had the dude that did the robot. Step Up 3D.
Oh, the Chinese. They had a Chinese Step Up.
Man.
The Asian Step Up. But with the kids, I can see that going both ways. Like I can see the matureness if you see a guy with the kid. But it also said a lot of the females are looking for a single father. And again, let me rephrase what single parent meaning there ain't no other parent alive and ain't nobody else helping you. Okay, child support and the kid coming on the weekend with his father is not a single mother or a single father. So that
says child support calling you.
Yeah. Speaking of the wife, I heard you. No, she's talking right now. She's probably in the house. But
I think the reason I like dating single moms is because I go downstairs. They always have snacks in the pantry. So in case after like a long night, I could go downstairs, get me a Kool-Aid snack pack and some fruit gushers.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the best part.
I think it's more depends on where you come from. Like you said, like the ghetto. I'm thinking like if a person from the hood has 3 kids, do I really want to mess with that?
Well, that's 3 kids, that's a little
but if it's a person with 3 kids in the suburbs, would you mess with that? See what I'm saying? So the circumstances.
It depends on how old she is.
Well, let's say they let's say they the same age.
You could date like somebody that's way older than you.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Let's take the same age female and 3 kids the same ages. One lives in the hood, one lives in the suburbs. Who are you more gonna grab?
Honestly, 3 kids is already enough for me.
For you?
I could do 1, 2 is pushing it, but like 3, nah.
That's
kind of my all right.
Now, if they teenagers, 3s, maybe.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
They already know their dad. They know how they. But if they kid,
like if they're out of college and I'm dating her and she's like a lot older, then I don't mind that because their kids are.
Now, will you date someone that your soon-to-be stepkids are pretty much your age?
Yeah.
You would? I think that would be kind of weird.
Yeah, that's happened to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You'd be like, yo, what size sneakers you got? Be like, yo, me and your son going out, bro. We're going to the skateboard.
That's why they make movies like that.
I don't know. I find that kind of weird, like, to you being a similar age to your soon-to-be or your girlfriend's kid. I think that's kind of weird for me. I haven't been in a situation like that, so I don't know if I would have handled it or not.
I'm not trying to like put out. How do you say it, Charles? I'm not trying to say my age.
You should say your age. So I don't know.
You'd be surprised what people get themselves into.
Yeah.
That's what, like at this point, I'm not really surprised anymore.
Yeah. Well, this stage of life, people are like, what I gotta grab. But I think the whole factor of being with someone, you have to put all that together. Like the kids, the financial, the spirit. That's why it's called dating. I don't care if you want to interrogate. I don't care if you want to ask a lot of questions. If they feel offended or bad that you asking mad questions on the first date, then maybe they're not for you. I need to know before we even carry this on. I'm not going 3 to 4 months and then be like, damn, this was a waste. You know what I mean? I got to know right off the back. You got kids? Oh, okay. Baby father involved? How's the baby father? He ever been to jail? You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you're going into that relationship with a person with kids, that means you're in that kid's relationship and their whole life. That's like me and my friends. We're 5 of us brought up together. Someone else comes in to hang out with us. The first question we would be like, just bugging out. Oh, shit, yo, where were you yesterday? Because we were here chilling. We asked that question because we want to know where the heck were you? Do you got people after you? Because now you ain't hanging out with us. Because now your problem is our problem. Because back in the days, if you were hanging out with let's say, 167 crew, and you didn't know they were a 167 crew, and then you walking with them to a 169 crew. Now they beating you up because they think you're part of that 167 crew because you hung up with that guy. You understand what I mean?
Oh, yeah, guilty by association.
Right. So
basically.
That's why we used to ask those questions. So if you can ask those questions about your friends, that's why they say know where your friends were at, because their problems are going to be your problems. Why can't you do that on a date? You know what I'm saying? If their problems, if you're going to date them, are going to wind up to be your problems.
So, like, how would you do that? Like, instead of asking questions, how do you put that into a conversation?
That's what you have to do.
Just ask the question and not make it a conversation?
Just like, you
But
you got kids? You don't be like, you got kids? How many? How old? What's the baby? You don't act like that. You be like, oh, man. Oh, you look kind of young. You don't got no kids, right? Because you look kind of young. You play it off. Thank you, but I got 3. Oh, wow, that's good. Having 3 is probably hard, but you got it. You and the baby's dad is together hanging out. That's cool. I'm mature enough to understand that. You see how I was just asking you a question to find out? Because right away they're gonna be like, nah, they're not in their lives, or nah, he in their life, but he's stupid. So now you're already getting this information without even asking questions. You understand? But that's why you take them to a place where you can have a conversation at. So a lot of girls, let me take me to no coffee shop or no thing. Well, where am I going to hear you? In a club? I can't hear you.
I think that's already bad if that's the first date, the club.
I don't go to no loud places in the first date. I go to the park. I go to a coffee thing. I go to dinner, And then if I see them and I see that, okay, she dresses okay, like, office type, but she lives in this place. You know what? I'm going to take her to a nice restaurant. See how she acts. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter how much you think you can be, or lady, you wind up to a nice restaurant, sometimes the ghetto comes out of you. That's how you can tell. So do you want to deal with this all the time? Oh, where he at? I asked for my steak long time ago. Ooh, we ain't doing that here. You know what I mean?
You're actually taking them on a dinner date for the first date?
Yeah. I took them, and believe me, I had a lot of dates. Some of them I never even took nowhere. And I still have all. But we're going to go to a commercial break.
What's that?
When we come back, we're going to have a good another conversation.
I got a lie.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Rain La Loma, and you might know me from my show, Raiden's World. I'm happy to announce that we're going to be holding our 5th annual Winter Wonderland event. At this event, there's going to be toys, art and crafts, snacks, surprises, and best of all, photos with Santa. And all of this to the community is free. But we need your help. Please donate today. For every $5 that we receive, we could give a toy to a child. For more information, you could go to my website, which is radensworld.com, or you could go to the LDM Network site, which is ldmnetwork.net. So please, donate today, and let's make memories for us kids. Have a Merry Christmas. Bye!
Hello, I want to thank you for watching this episode so far on the LDM Network channel. But just as our show is played on here on the LDM channel, other shows are played as well. And here's a clip from one of our kids shows, Raiden's World.
Hello and welcome to Raiden's World. Today I'm going to show you how to make this. That was a balloon rocket and I'm going to show you how to make one. But first we need to make sure that we have the right materials. The materials we're going to need for this project is a straw, some tape, a clip, some balloons, and some string. The first thing you have to do is you have to blow up your balloon as much as you could. Then you have to take your clip and clip it onto the front of your balloon. But if this clip is too hard for you to use, then you can also use a clothespin. But with the magic of TV, I'm going to blow up my balloon. The next thing you have to do is you have to take 2 pieces of tape and then you put them to the side to be ready. Then you have to take your straw and put it on top of your balloon. Then you take one of your pieces of tape from before and put it on your balloon. Then you take your other piece of tape and put that on. But if you have to take it off very slowly. If not, it might pop. This next part is the hard part. You have to put this string through this straw. Oh, and a fun fact. The Latin side of my family calls this string patele string. So now I'm going to try and put this string through this straw. Now that you have your string through your straw, you take one end and tape it or tie it to anywhere that you like. Then you repeat the same thing with the other end. Let's see if it works. Time for the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Wow, that went perfectly. But anyway, well, that was the balloon rocket. I hope you learned something. Bye! Thanks for watching this episode. Visit RaidensWorld.com so you can see more episodes like this, more behind the scenes, and much, much more. Or you can download the LDM Network app on Roku TV.
Hi, I hope you enjoyed that small episode from Raiden's World. If you want more episodes like that for learning and having fun, Raiden has it on his website, raidensworld.com. Take your kids there. Believe it, they will like it. He shows kids how to have fun and how to learn at the same time. Well, with that said, we're going to get back to our regular broadcast.
Long commercial.
All right, welcome back to the LDM Show, and I hope you like a little bit about the dating situation. So if you got any questions and you want us to answer, comment below, and we'll answer in on the
some turn-ons and turn-offs about dating.
Yeah, that's true. There was a lot of different,
different strokes for different folks.
Right. Like, what's a good thing about it is, you're in the dating situation. I'm already in the married situation, so I can input stuff that I did, but that was back,
a lot of
that was back like when I was young, like 3 years ago.
I feel like what are you drinking, Charles? I'm trying to get like you.
I don't want to say like way back when. No, but times of dating always change, but the method of dating always stays the same. So I can help you guys with that, but
that explains why people say you're my older brother.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
But check that out, and we'll do a comment. But a lot of people are doing the dating scenes online because they don't want to be alone on New Year's.
Oh yeah, that New Year's Eve.
But you don't got to spend so much on a date just to hang out on New Year's.
You could just go in Times Square and watch
Times Square ball drop. That's so romantic. If you really want to go deep with her, then you take her to the ball drop. If you don't spend New Year's because the New Year's kiss says a lot to a female. Remember, they got more feelings than us. We just said, damn, I'm going to do a midnight kiss, and by 12:20, I'm hitting.
I'm going to sleep before I got to figure out their fireworks or gunshots.
You know what I mean? So we got a different way of thinking. They have a long-term way. We have a week. You know, we're only thinking about the week. We're not thinking of long-term. So there are certain things that men do to the female that they think long-term. Oh, this guy is for me. You know, we kiss in New Year's. We seen the ball drop. How romantic. We didn't think like that. We just like, oh, she was cool. We chilled. You know what I mean? So, but also there are things that girls do to guys that make them think different. You know, that she wants me, you know, and all this. So I think we're going to talk about that next week.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that next week. But I want to talk about, since the New Year's and all this is coming up, things that people need to stop doing that irritate me sometimes. And this was because on the bus.
The New Year's resolution?
The number one thing I hate is people speaking on the phone like they in their house. Mad loud, talking all this stuff. And then they look at you like you nosy. You know what I mean? This lady on the bus was, you know, I'm going to say it in English. They'll probably lose a couple of the things. But she was like, no, I told him to go get the stuff. That's why I'm going to get him with a chanclazo. How you say it? Chanclazo? A hit with the slipper.
Yeah,
and,
I'm about to hit him with my slippers.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with my slippers, and I laughed because of that reason. I was like, "Chanclas." All I kept thinking was and she looked at me like I was being nosy. You're talking mad loud on the bus. Got an earpiece, and people looking at her, and she looking at everybody else like they rude. And I'm telling you, one day I'm gonna go viral because I'm gonna go wind up in the person's conversation. Nah, girl, tell them what you said last week. Because you make me feel like I'm part of your family or something. They need to stop.
I'm probably like, that's how it is in the Bronx. That could be your cousin, bro.
Yo, everywhere you go, even in the streets, they be like, yeah, nah, man. And then they be looking crazy because they be looking up. Who you looking at? Nah, yo, what I was saying. I was like, looking up like, who you talking to? I love when they talk on the earpiece, though. You ever see people talking the earpiece and then they act it out? Yeah. They act it out. Now, I was going like this. I was like, yo, I was about to hit him. And I'm like, you know there's nobody in front of you, right?
I think the thing that, like, at least back then you had headphones, and then you can make it seem like, you know, you're on the phone with somebody.
At least. Yeah. At least that.
And then the flip phone, too. The flip phone, you just put it onto your ear. Put it onto your ear. People think you're on the phone. But now that everybody has AirPods, wireless, people think, like, is he on the phone or is he just talking? Nah, he's talking crazy.
Yeah. Or the both. He's just crazy on the phone, you know. But a lot of people, and especially now they made the earpiece a little smaller.
Yep.
So you'd be like, does he have an earpiece? So I liked it when they had the little thing, it clicked to your phone and you have it there, so you know.
Oh, the Bluetooth?
Yeah, no, the regular thing, and you click it. You like this, and you see the string going up to the ear, so you know they're on the phone. You know. Or you ever spoke to someone and they on the phone? And you be like, yo, what's up? Oh, man, I'm chilling and stuff. So, yo, we going to go out there? Nah, I'm going to go. Wait, chill, I'm on the phone. I thought you were talking to me all this.
It's like whenever you hear somebody's voicemail and it sounds like they're talking to you. Hey,
I did that. I did that many times on my voicemail. That was back in the days when you put music, put music or jokes.
You put it next to the speaker.
Yeah, my voicemail, and I still remember was, yo, hello, wait, give me a second. Yo, I'll take 2 of those fries. Yo, wait, hold up for a minute. Hold up. Don't say nothing yet. Wait. And then, you know what? I'll get a soda. Yo, you want anything? Nah. All right. Oh, yo, I'm sorry. My bad. You still on there? Yeah, but I'm not here. So leave a message. Yo, my sister was getting pissed. She was like, yo, when I first heard that, I was right there on the phone waiting too. But you got to say it quick because I said it longer, but you got to say it quick because you only got like about 30 seconds to a minute.
Before it goes, beep.
Yeah, so you have to say all that, real fast. But it was so funny because people were there waiting. We're like, oh, and then the second one I did was, hold up, let me load down the music. So it was funny. It was
good times
with the voicemails. Now is you have reached 347 blah 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 blah. Leave a message. So, but it's one of those things you wanna stop doing. The talking on the phone loud. That's why when some people I'll be like, yo, I'm on the bus. I'll call you later. Or I'll just talk real quick if it's a short conversation. But you're gonna have a long conversation on the bus and then don't expect no one to be listening in. Please. The other thing I hate is people that argue and then look for someone to join their conversation. You ever seen that?
No.
Nah, you never.
No.
Yo, oh, but
No.
I'm telling you, this mother, and then they look at you. This mother right here thinking I'm playing with him. I'm like, I don't even know you. Don't look at me. I'm not joining your conversation. You ever seen that, Will? You ever seen that, right?
I feel like that happens a lot at bars.
Yeah.
Bar
Are you looking for someone to cheer you on? Like, why are you looking towards everybody? The argument is towards the person there, and then they get loud when they see you. Right? I don't even know you, homegirl. But chill your stuff. These little things like that, I'll be looking at them like, That's like when people are on a strike. Yeah, we're gonna go on strike, right? Yeah, we should go on strike. Strike, right? Strike. Why are you saying it's still right? I'm not with you. Do it yourself. Your hands up in the air. You're good, buddy. But they always want to look for someone to evaluate what they're doing, and that's the argument in the hood. They be doing that, and then when there's more people, they get more louder. Because I think they think the louder you are, the you're winning the fight, the argument. You know? So right? The louder you are, I told this MFer, hold up. Yo, homeboy don't know me. Yo, Conrad, he don't know me.
See, this is what happens when we go back to 167 Concourse.
Yeah, I'll tell you, right?
What happened? Something about that. Just
that's why
primal instinct in Charles to be like,
yeah. And they always go to somebody like, you know, he don't know me. I don't even know you, homie.
Oh, we just mad.
It's like you're bumping into me. That's why when they say when people are arguing, leave, and they be like, yeah, that's right, because you don't know who's gonna shoot. No, it's just I don't want to be involved in them because they're gonna put me involved. Like I'm just walking. I'm like, I'm just getting milk. I was just going across the street. I don't even know, homie. They be like, shh, this guy, yo, hold my stuff. I'm holding your stuff. I
don't even know you. I'm gonna take your stuff if I don't know you.
I just love the arguments in the hoods. I'll be listening to them because you can tell when both sides don't want to fight. They always want to argue in verses and stuff. Like, yo, I know, yo, you just better step back, boy, because this ain't. And then the guy steps forward more, and he be like, oh, he just tested me. He just tested me right now.
I also think, like, if you're the one that throws the first punch, then aren't you, like, liable because the cops are like, who threw the first hit? It was him.
Nah.
It's not like that here?
We don't care for the cops in the hood.
Well, that explains why there's a lot of hood shit happening.
Yeah. Oh, yo, go ahead, throw the first punch, and you're going to be arrested. That's not the part of the argument. That's never part of the argument. Right? You can imagine that? Some hood built guy. Oh, I wish he would, because if you throw the first punch, you're the one that's going to go to jail. No, that's not going to happen in the hood. No.
I guess because I'm thinking about like in school-wise.
Not even in school-wise, they don't care. They don't even care.
Really?
They don't even care. Why? If you hit me, you're the one that's going to get suspended. I never heard a hood person say that. No, that's not gonna happen.
I'm so glad I grew up in Houston.
That's what I'm saying. I know when two people don't want to fight because they be like, "What? Yo, you step up to me, they're gonna be a problem." Oh, he just stepped up. Yo, this guy's testing me or what? That's when you know he don't really want to fight. Come on now, he looking for all the excuses. You know what? I'm gonna back up because if I don't back up, somebody gonna get hurt. Yeah, okay. Let's be for real. What you really want to say, let me back up because I'm scared. If he punched me, he looked like he going to knock me out. That's really what he want to try to say. You know what I mean? So, or the other guy is like, you know what? Let me back up because I know my abilities and I'm going to beat this guy down and I'm going to kill him. I'm going to wind up in jail. He can be doing that too. So it's a lot of things when you're arguing, but don't look for me for evaluation. That needs to go. That needs to go. And good thing about it now, don't put your bags on the chair either in the bus and trains. Like, why are we still doing this? We're going to 2025 and you're still putting your bag like it paid the damn chair. I sit down. I'm one of those. So if you see me on the bus, I'm one of them that I don't care if the whole bus side is empty. I want to sit where that bag is at. On purpose.
On purpose.
I'll be like, can you excuse me? I want to sit down. And they be looking at the chair, and then they look at me. And then sometimes I get up and I give it. I just petty like that. I don't know. I admit it. I'm just petty like that. Man. No, because if you see people, especially when it's full, don't put your.
I understand when it's full, but like if the bus is half empty, you know.
Yeah, I don't go that far.
Yeah,
it's a joke. It's a joke.
Like I understand, like if it's full,
no,
I'm like.
But it's full, and I don't want to sit down. I still wind up sitting down on those. And then I wind up giving the chair to somebody else just on purpose. Because I can see they be looking at the chair like, damn, but they don't want to say nothing. So I'll be like, can you move your chair? I want to sit. Thank you.
Can you move
and they move your bag. And then they move the bag off the seat. And then I'll be like, you want to sit, miss? Okay.
See, at least you're doing it for a good reason. You're kind of petty, but like superhero petty.
But I'm
superhero petty.
There you go, a new Marvel a new Marvel.
Captain Petty.
Captain Petty. I gotta do that.
You're gonna have a big
That's messed up. That's messed up. But
who started this argument?
Right?
Who started this argument?
Who started this argument? Nah, but
sure y'all finish it.
You know,
you're gonna be like, nah, he talking shit.
He talking shit. And then
you're gonna go to another. You're like, nah, he ain't about it.
He ain't about it. He's petty, man. But overall, we had a good time. We're talking about the Thanksgiving and all, and a lot of the stories.
What do you guys do up here to celebrate Thanksgiving?
Eat. Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
The whole custom of Thanksgiving really pretty much went down the drain. So it's more about what house I'm going to go eat versus get-togethers. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not like I've never been to down south, but I still hear that they do a lot of the family things, the Sunday dinners, the Thanksgivings. You know what I mean?
They also have Friendsgiving, where basically instead of Friendsgiving is kind of, I think, before. Well, it depends on the group of friends that you're doing. Yeah,
I never heard of that.
Friendsgiving, depending on how far, because I remember we have Thanksgiving.
They give them a friend. They give them a friend.
No, basically you spend time.
That's some Texas Chainsaw thing.
Thanksgiving is basically when you spend it with your family. Friendsgiving is when you spend it with your friends. All your friends come, they'll throw something usually.
See, that's why I loved when I grew up. All my friends and pretty much all the family lived all in the same building. So we started off on the 6th floor and worked our way up to the first floor, which was my house, eating in everybody's house until we went to my house. And then one year, the whole building said, we ain't doing this. And we took the whole front hallway because it was a 2-side building and everybody bring their food and the whole building was eating. That's how we did back in the days. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But, tell us what you do and we're going to talk about it more next week. We'll see you next week. Have a good time. Or another commercial. I'm already jumping. Are we done?
You're really trying to get to Thanksgiving, huh?
I'm trying to get to Thanksgiving.
You're trying to get a Christmas, New Year's
You talked
Eve.
about food and friends. I was like, I was already thinking I was single when I was eating friends, or was that when I was single and eating out of friends? Anyway, one of those two. Anyway, we're gonna go.
You got a long list of friends. For that one.
Petty man, we be back.